Alright, so it's the next morning. We are out here finishing getting ready for paint. I filled up all the holes we were planning on filling up. Oh wait, no I didn't. Oh, I skipped this one. I gotta do that one again. But, well yeah, these are horrible welds, but the other three are filled up. And other than me having to fix that hole now, I just have to grind down the welds and then it's ready for paint. Sorry for not filming this. I just kind of want to get it done and then get out in the driveway and paint it. Alright, after doing the flashlight test, in this hole there's still a little bit of space down in here that I have to fill in. So, I'm gonna redo that now. Alright, car is right there. Everything is cleared out of the way. Cardboard on the ground so I don't get spray paint everywhere. But, I'm getting ready to roll it out and then we'll paint it right here. Now that I've washed the car and it's out in the sun, I've noticed a few spots of surface rust starting to form under the seam sealer in here. So I'm pulling this out and trying to treat it before I paint it. No, I'll just lay it over like this. It's good enough.
Well, I don't care. You're not hurting me. I didn't pay anything for those trash bags. They were free.
Car is all masked off as far as I want to, as far as having the top of the wheels covered. You know, that fairly covered a little bit. I'm not gonna be like, I mean, I'm spraying that, so I don't really need to, you know, whatever though. I got that mount off, windshield covered up. All I really have left to do is wait for just to dry a little bit more, and then I'm gonna take some masking tape and cover the top of the shots and unscrew the top of the shots also, so I can get underneath where those nuts go. And once this dries a little bit more, put a little bit of masking tape on the edges of these to make sure, you know, I mean, they're already silver, so it's kind of pointless, but I might go back and spray them black later, so I'm just gonna mask them off too. Alright, the car is primered. You know, came out alright. I think I was kind of pushing it with 2 cans, but got it all covered pretty good. Didn't really miss any places, maybe a little bit right there. I'll touch that up after it dries a little bit, and I think there's a little bit of water down here that didn't dry completely, so that I'm gonna have to touch that up too. A few runs here and there, not too worried about it. You know, I spray canned it, it's not a professional paint job, but came out alright, and I'm probably gonna head down to AutoZone now and get some seam sealer and maybe another can of paint. I think I'm gonna be pushing it with 2 cans. So I'll see you after we get that. Oh, that's not good. So I just finished wet sanding, got rid of that weird texture that the primer kind of left on it, and I broke through on a few places and went back down to bare metal. So after I let this dry and put Bondo on it, on a few places that where I like filled the holes so you can't see them anymore, we're gonna go ahead and touch it up with more primer where there's bare metal showing. To mix our body filler, we got our spreaders here, our body filler, and hardener. Alright, so open up your body filler, pour out a little bit. We're not going to need very much here, so I'm not going to mix too much. About there. Take your scraper and get into a little circle, about a 1/2 inch thick. Take this, give it a little line. And then give it a good spread. fill in the holes. I'll show you.
You need to have your.
Just laid out the Bondo. I got it over here, and if pretty much everywhere that there was a hole, I got it over there. And while that's drying, I'm gonna take the seam sealer and put it around the top of the shot towers, on the firewall, and everywhere I think it needs to go. I think I already showed you guys this, but got it all bonded up, but I just put the seam sealer on it, so that's drying. And while that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing sanding on the Bondo. I don't know if you guys can hear me over the lawnmowers to my right, but I don't think you guys want to see all this sanding, because that's basically all I'm doing at this point. But I'm almost done. I just have to finish it up over there, and I'm gonna lay another skim coat on this area down here, and then once that's all good, I'm probably just gonna wash it off again and primer the areas where bare metal is showing. But it's going good. Just applied a second layer of Bondo over a few places, or actually not a few places, just like right here and that little hole right there. So we're gonna let that dry for a few minutes and then get in here and start sanding again. It's currently about 4, and I'm tired. I've been out here since like 8 a.m. So made some good progress. We got the car primered, the first coat of primer, and then we took the Bondo and started doing some of that. I got seam sealer on it and stuff, so I'm happy with what we got done today. I'm still gonna keep going and push to at least get the second coat of primer on it, and then maybe, depending on how quickly that dries, we'll finish off the day with wet sanding that. But it's supposed to be raining for the next 4 days, so I think I'm probably just gonna push the car in the garage tonight, and once it's done raining, we'll push it back out and paint it. Finally finished up Bondo work. This is looking good. Got that hole looking good. Basically everything I wanted to look good is looking good. So I would just go ahead and primer it now, but we're still waiting on the seam sealer to dry. It's still mushy. So I guess I'm probably just gonna let it sit out here. If it's not ready by probably say 5:30, then I'm not gonna finish primering it tonight. But we got far today. I'm happy with the progress. I've been out here since 8 a.m. I'm going to grab something to eat. So I just read the directions on that seam sealer thing, and it said I can paint after 30 minutes as long as it dries for 30 minutes. It's been longer than 30 minutes, but I can't because I need to hose the whole car down because it's kind of full of dust. So I guess it's just going to sit in the garage overnight. I'm going to give it the whole 24 hours to dry, and then we'll be back out here tomorrow if it's not raining to paint it. If not, this video will probably be out at the end of the week because it's supposed to rain for the next 4 days, so that's fun.